Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video, and we're going to be talking about some news regarding a collaboration, which I was not expecting. I thought they were just going to skip this, but well, yep, it's here. They actually did the Dragon Quest collaboration. Sadly, there is some sad news to report. No buffs for any of the units, even though they're slightly late to this point. And what might be really down is because these units got power cut pretty much immediately. I didn't really even get to use Zoma that much because I didn't really get to use Zoma or Marquise in Elena that much. And I wish that, especially this unit in particular, they're another SLB, and they really like to be EX3 because otherwise they're a lot weaker. They still have tag chaining, but it's not that strong. And also, another problem is that their tag chaining in all forms, either ability or SLB or LB or whatever you want to say, there's not a lot of hits to it. There's not a lot of hits in the chain, so it's kind of hard to use. Well, it's not impossible, but it's not as easy to use them for chaining purposes for a finisher as you'd like. Their STMR, of course, is quite good. It has 50% low burst damage. Oh, 75%, sorry. It also has 50% human killer. The normal attack thing doesn't really matter, but I thought it had 75% low burst damage, which is even better. But that's about it. And of course, Zoma's is quite good too. This is going to be the bait of the banner for sure, 110%. This is going to be the bait because this is literally Sora's and Hawkeye's STMR, except it's magic instead of attack. So this is literally the bait of the banner. I wish I could get it, but I think it'd be better to skip. I'm probably going to miss out on it, but maybe I'll get lucky from like a daily or something. Maybe I'll try like a daily or two, but I'm not gonna go too far on that because we don't know what's going on next week. We probably know what's gonna go on next week, but we don't know exactly what it'll be like, if you know what I mean. So that being said, let's move on to Monster Mash, which a little late on that one, aren't you? Would have been pretty appropriate in October. Would have been pretty appropriate. Slime is getting Evolution Awakening, which is the only talk of the town, pretty much, really. At least from my Discord, everybody's just talking about Slime and getting Slime and getting out, basically. And he's quite powerful, and his STMR is quite good as well, because it has 25% evasion, also 30 magic, so it could be helpful. And Slime, yes, he's an SLB, but he's pretty powerful. Doesn't really rely on his SLB, actually. You want to use it once, and then you'll have his TMR gets upgraded to gigantic modifiers, so you have to equip his TMR, sadly, but it gets really powerful. And these two weapons are okay. They're alright. And the claw is decent. Actually, a lot of the stuff in here is pretty decent. So there's that. I mean, the robe, only for Dragon Lord though, but still pretty good if you use Dragon Lord, I suppose. And the vision card, as you probably would expect, it's at least decent for them. 25% low burst damage though. Come on. Come on. Whatever. It's decent. Let's get a lot of the Dragon Quest weapons get upgraded. Will they matter? No. Well, this one is pretty decent because it gives human killer now, but the hammer, no, because you only use the hammer for the HP back then, so I don't think you would use this for anything else. It's because it has slightly more attack. The slime shield I've not used in a very long time, but now it has a little bit more extra. It has fire and water, decent, I guess. Thunder slash, no. Scorch, you're gonna have to use that if you're gonna be using slime. And the rest doesn't really matter that much. Oh, I think they already announced this, but no, I think they're bringing more details. So there'll be a bunch of quests coming out, and there's Lapis involved until February 2022. So that's, you know, they're stretching it out, but you know there'll be some Lapis in there, guys, in total. So good. XVS campaigns. You mean the stuff that the JP version does all the time? And all the chambers open, and they're still doing this. This feels like a scam at this point, because on the JP version, all chambers are open at all times. They're all open. There's no more locks on anything, because no one really runs them anymore. The chambers have been power crept by time, basically. You would almost never run this anymore, any of those. Amazing enhancements, fine. It's decent. Half energy, okay. If you haven't done season 4 yet. And the last thing we're going to talk about is the shop, if you're actually going to pull for this banner. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing to pull. I'm just saying if you actually are going to pull, just get the fragments. There's really nothing else here. I mean, yeah, Dragon Lore 2. And maybe S-Stark if you want his S-Teamar, because the S-Teamar is a lot better now because of Human Killer. But at the same time, Human Killer is not impossible to get to 300% anymore, so I would just say worry about these top 4 items if you're a new player and you're going to pull for this banner. The rest of the stuff, the reason why I don't recommend it, because all these S-Teamers are from 7 stars and just lower equipment, so you can just use, if you really want them, you could just use your unit of choice tickets and get these if you really want them. But yeah, Warrior Leg Guards is quite good, but I don't think it's worth picking in this exchange shop unless you have nothing else you can pick, I suppose. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about the banner in its entirety, and if you want to know more about them, make sure you subscribe so you'll get a review on Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. It's one of those days. It depends. So Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.